Okay, how do you decide whether to retake the LSAT?
The first thing that people should know about retaking the LSAT is it's not unusual. There are a lot of people who take the LSAT twice, maybe even 3 times to get the score that they really want.
There's a few things that you want to keep in mind, one of which is your timeline. You may just not have time to retake, and you might just have to go with the score you have. But assuming you do have time to retake, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a good idea to retake it.
You want to look into what the law schools that you're applying to do to factor in multiple LSAT tests for admissions. Some law schools take the average of the 2 scores. Some may only look at your highest score.
Some schools have said we take your most recent score. So I don't want to retake the test unless I'm sure I can get a better score.
Did you score far below what you're scoring on your practice tests, right? If you took those prep tests with official test-like conditions and you underscored by like 8 points on your actual test, maybe that's an indication that you had some test stress on your first take and you're just trying to get through the nerves.
If I had something crazy happen in my first test taking experience, I got super sick, there's something that just was unusual that really affected my performance, and I'm sure if I retake, I'll do better, then that makes sense, I think, for sure to retake.
How far are you from your goal score? Like, if you're 1 point away from your goal score, I don't know, if I were you, I'd be fine with a point less.
Most people, when they retake the LSAT, do only move their score by a point or 2. And doing that usually isn't worth the time and effort that it takes, because it usually doesn't have a big enough impact on the admissions process. But if you can consistently score 4 or 5 points higher, then it's definitely worth considering.
If you got a 150 and then you take it again in 3 months and you get a 150 and you take it again in 3 months and you get another 150, it doesn't show anything but stubbornness.
If you do decide to take the test again, what's really important is that you commit and you say, hey, I'm really gonna put the time and effort that's necessary to see that significant increase in my score.
What are you going to do different on this second attempt that you didn't do on the first one?
Maybe take an LSAT course. I mean, I'm an instructor, so I'm kind of, biased towards taking a course or getting private tutoring, but really that may be what you need. You may want to go with a different prep option than you used the first time. Sometimes you just have to see things a different way or hear it a different way in order for it to click.
If you like this video, subscribe. And if you have a question, leave it in the comments. Thanks for watching.